Hey guys, it's Nicole here at Breaking Out in Brazil. And so guys, we have been here in Brazil this year now for about a month, and we have just been so busy, guys. I have been working like a dog, just trying to get the house cleaned up and trying to get some stuff planted so we can have some food while we're here. So sorry for not making a video and posting it sooner, but I just been so busy. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick tour and just kind of show you guys the progress we have made since that initial video where I showed you guys the foundation, and just talk about what our plans are for this year. So let me just show you guys. First of all, this is what the outside of the house looks like now. As you can see, we finally have a door and some shutters. And we have some tile on the porch. Now, this house is concrete. We are planning on doing white stucco, and also these shutters and stuff are not stained yet. They are going to be stained a color that's called tobacco, so it's kind of a dark, not black, but like a dark color. And then this is a wood look ceramic tile that Marcilio did out here. And he still actually has some border and base to put up and some grouting to do. But as you can see, this is like a wraparound porch. One thing that I love about this house is the porch. I'm from Tennessee, and I grew up in a town that had like a lot of Victorian homes with the wraparound porches, and so I always said that I wanted a big porch to sit out on. So it's also really nice because the windows go all the way around the house, as you'll see. So from any area of the house that you're in, you can just come to the window and stick your head out and holler at somebody that's outside. So just to kind of show you the layout, I'm right over here. This is outside of my, let's see, that's my bedroom window right there. And this over here is a crop field. We have been busy. I don't know if you can see all the little green sprouts of corn that are coming up. We've got corn out there, cucumbers, pumpkin, watermelon, cantaloupe, zucchini. Then over in that area, that was like a little kitchen garden. We actually, there was like an old rickety fence around it. We pulled it out. And all those little bottles that they use, those 2 liters, we have been digging those up and burning them. And we really just cut out a lot of jungle that was over there. And just there was so much like rubble and debris from whenever they were initially doing construction. They just threw a lot of junk out there in the weeds. So we've been real busy just cleaning and clearing out and trying to burn things. So as you can see on the ceiling out here, you can see kind of up to the rafters, and we do intend, I think, to leave it that way because we kind of like the rustic feel of it. But we do have a lot of exterior lighting that is not finished. As you can see, there's just like an old light hanging there. This is the carport area, by the way, right here. Brazilian homes, some of them do have garages. But a lot of them just have carports like this one. And you'll also see that line right there. That is a clothesline. Brazil does not have dryers. I'm not saying they don't have any at all in the country. I just personally have never ever seen one in anybody's house. I don't know of anyone that has one. I have never seen one at any of the places whenever I've gone to appliance stores. Most people hang their clothes in the sun. Because the sun is definitely plentiful here. And if it's a nice sunny day like it is right now, you can hang your clothes out and they will be dry in an hour. And the nice thing about that is our power bill only runs about the equivalent of 10 American dollars a month here. So it's really cheap. This is what the back side of the house looks like. There's the carport again, just to kind of give y'all an idea. But yes, all of this is going to be stucco. If you can see right up there above the carport, we actually have a little bit of it done. I don't know if you can see that good or not, but that's what the whole house will be done like eventually when we get finished. These big blue things right here are water tanks. The water system is different in Brazil. We have springs that are way up on the mountain, and I don't know if you can see these black lines right here. They're just kind of laying here, but we actually have large ones that are coming all the way from the springs that feed, if you can see that humongous water tank up there, and it has a filter in it, and then there is pipe that's actually under the ground that runs into the house. So we have no water bill. It's all fresh spring water that we drink and bathe in and everything. Now, one thing with Brazilian houses is that they do not have hot and cold water in like the kitchen and the bathroom sinks. They only have hot and cold in the shower, and it's actually on demand. I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. It's different setup. So, so here's another clothesline. You really have to have two. Like we've got the one out here, but you know, every now and then it rains. So you've really got to have one that is under a roof, the way we've got the one on our side porch there, for if it's a rainy day. Otherwise, you're in trouble. So this is just kind of the view right out here to this side of the house. And this is the back porch here. This is actually my laundry area. That's my kitchen window right there. But yes, so all of this woodwork right here, this has kind of been bleached by the sun. Like I said, it'll look different later because we're gonna stain it. But a carpenter custom made all of these for us out of native wood, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, he just did such an excellent job. I can't wait to get these things stained. I think they're gonna look so beautiful.
I agree.
Marcilio put in all of the tile floors. So this is, like I said, kind of just the laundry area. You'll see that we've just got the washing machine because, like I said, they don't do dryers here in Brazil. So this is a Panasonic. That is, I got some dirty clothes in there. That is kind of a popular brand here. Panasonic washing machine. And then, yeah, this is just kind of like a mud room. You know, this is where I like, Marcilio milks the cows, and he brings the milk out here in a milk pail, and I kind of filter everything with cheesecloth and put it in bottles and stuff. And this is where I do like laundry and things. And then let me show you how this door looks. See, this is one of the doors that was custom made for us. And yeah, it's got like the little cutout. We had to get a glass maker to put it in there, and yeah, I think he did a really great job. And then some of the walls are painted. We're mainly doing gray and blue, but guys, let me just tell you, painting is a whole different ballgame in Brazil. It's not, they don't have all the great paints that they do. Hold on, baby, I'm trying to make a video. They don't have all the great paints like in the United States that already have the primer included. You pretty much got to do primer separate. Then you got to do 2 or 3 coats of paint because it's very thin and like watery based. And then these ceilings are so high, guys. Marcilio had to like hand make an extension pole for me to be able to get the top. I actually did the painting in here that is done myself. And it was a lot of work, but we're not finished because we still have cabinets that need to go in. There's some things I'll show you that Marcilio needs to bust out certain areas. So we can't have everything painted yet, but I wanted to get some paint done because I mean, the concrete walls are just really ugly looking. So I do have some color in here, and it also allowed me to see whether I actually like those colors or not. But I think I will stick with them because I do like them. So let me just show you now, this over here is the pantry area, and I don't have any shelving yet, guys. So as you can see, I just got stuff in here. It is so hard to keep things clean and organized. So I will be so thankful when we get some shelves in here. And one big problem that we've had is getting wood here, guys. Marcilio's brothers, 3 of them, actually own a lumber company in a little town close by, and we just ordered kind of like some cheap wood for the shelves because it doesn't really matter, it's just shelves, we're just going to paint them. and it took us 2 months. The wood just came a couple days ago, and so Marcelio's going to start working on getting those all put in, and it'll just be so nice to have some shelves to put some stuff on. And then our other things like cabinets and stuff, we are wanting to make out of native wood. So the issue that we're having with that is just waiting on the wood to dry properly, because if you make windows or shutters or anything, cabinets, furniture out of wood that's not dry enough, then later it will actually warp. So you have to be really careful, and that's one thing that we had to wait on with the doors and shutters that we have right now. It took several months for us to actually get them. But anyway, let me show you how the kitchen is set up. All right, so guys, I have the most beautiful views out of my windows. I just love it. But as you can see, we have the same tile in here. Marcelio put all of this in, and the voltage here is different. So if you bring any appliances from the United States, they won't work here without a transfer plug, but you can easily buy those. Here's our refrigerator. Guys, the appliances are very different here. This brand is an Electrolux. I will tell you, this is a very nice refrigerator. The majority of people in Brazil cannot afford a refrigerator like this. So this is kind of the top of the line. I did see one that was kind of an American style that had two side-by-side doors with an ice maker in it. And it was like some ridiculous amount of money. I saw it in a big city in an appliance store we went to. It was like $10,000. So it was ridiculous. But as far as, you know, a moderate price, this is kind of top of the line. I will show you though, like the, it's stainless steel on the outside, but the shelving, like the plastic, is very cheap compared to what we use in the United States. So the countertops that we have are granite. Granite is very readily available in Brazil, so you can go into any house here, even a very poor home, it's going to have granite in it. I'm trying to remember, I think Marcelio said what we spent on these countertops was, for the entire house, I think he said was around the equivalent of $1,200. So I don't think you could do that. Because we have it in the bathrooms out on the back porch, and the bar in here. Yeah, I don't think you could get that with labor, material, and everything in the United States. One thing I really like about the way the countertops are done is they're recessed right around the sink area, if you guys can see that. So it's really nice because if you're washing dishes, the water just runs off into the sink, not onto your floor. Or if you're wanting to like pour, you know, a pot of something into another pot, you don't have to worry about it running onto the floor. Now, you'll notice there is not a dishwasher. I have seen actually a dishwasher, but not even a good quality one. I would say it was like a little compact dishwasher in an appliance store in a big city. I think it was Ipatinga that we were in. So they do have dishwashers in this country, but it is not the norm. I don't know anyone that has one. I have never been in a house here where somebody has a dishwasher. And if you think about it, because they don't have hot and cold water run into the sinks here, they just have cold, like in the kitchen sink. I mean, to me, part of the good part about having a dishwasher is that it heats up really hot and disinfects your dishes. So, I mean, it kind of doesn't make that much sense to have a dishwasher if you're not going to have hot and cold water. Then let me just show you the stove here. So this is a top of the line stove too. It's a Electrolux here. All of their stoves here are gas. I have never ever seen and do not know of anyone that has an electric stove here. And what you have to do, you have to buy these little tanks. If you can see these tanks, they cost about, I think, if I remember correctly, it's between like 70 and 80 reais per tank, which would be the equivalent of, let's see, the exchange rate's a little over 5 right now. So, you know, you're talking about like 20 bucks or so, less than $20. But anyway, and I'd say it lasts like a good month to 6 weeks, but you always want to have 2 tanks because if you run out of gas in the middle of a meal and you don't have another gas tank, then you're in trouble. So especially because we're way out here in the country, we always keep 2 tanks all the time, a backup tank. But anyway, I will tell you that it's very different than cooking on electric if you've never cooked on gas. Like, it really was a big adjustment for me to get used to. And most people here in Brazil do not have a full stove like this. They just have a stove top. Most people do not have an oven. They mainly just do stovetop cooking here. So this is a luxury. Definitely don't want to sound like I'm bragging at all, guys, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. That most people here, if you think about it, like we have some guys that come work and cut bushes and stuff for us, and what they make per day is about the equivalent of 10 American dollars. They make about 50 to 60 reais per day. So most people cannot afford these kind of things in their home. So I definitely want to show you guys some video of how, you know, the majority of people live. Just, you know, it's just a real good reminder of how blessed we are as Americans to have the luxuries that we have, and also to remember that God blesses us so we can be a blessing to others. So anyway, so a lot of the appliances and stuff, guys, that are in here that you see on my countertop did not come from Brazil. I actually brought them over in suitcases, because one thing that I've noticed, I mean, you can get like a stand mixer, for example, here in Brazil, but you'll notice right away if you go to the store, the quality of the small appliances and stuff is just not as good. So, and it is way more expensive. So anyway, we have a little bar here in the kitchen area, and right now it is just got all kinds of junk on it because I have no cabinets and I have no shelves to put anything on. Guys, last video I did, we did not have the ceilings in yet. So this is what the ceilings look like. It's like PVC slats, and we do have recessed lighting, but we are not done with all of the electrical stuff. So you see those things hanging. We actually have ceiling fans that are gonna go in all the way down through the middle of this room. But the electrician hasn't come up to finish everything yet. So we still have quite a bit of work done there. And then also, you'll see there's no molding up. We still have molding, wood molding that's gonna go in, like crown molding, really thick. It's gonna be really pretty around the edges. And also, you'll notice like around the doors and stuff, we don't have our casing in yet. Like I said, we're having a little bit of trouble getting supplies. And it's already difficult to get supplies in Brazil. It's not as convenient, especially when you're out here in the country the way we are. Like the closest international airport to us is a 5-hour drive. So we're pretty far out. We're in what they call the Roça. So it's kind of like what I call in Tennessee, where I'm from, we call it the sticks. Well, we're out here in the sticks in Brazil. So it has been a challenge. That's been a challenge I wasn't expecting, is that sometimes it's really hard to get people to come out here and work or to get materials out here. Like for the tile, we literally waited 2 months to get the tile delivered. It was really a long time. But anyway, hopefully one day it'll all be worth it. So let me just show you what it looks like when I turn the lights on. Yep, so like that. So recessed lighting all the way down. Let me see. I got so many switches over here. I don't know what does what. There we go. There's the others. And like I said, we've got some ceiling fans that are going to go in. What we're planning on doing right here is a very large farm table. And we've got some wood that we're waiting to dry for us to be able to do that with. And then down here is our front door. Hey guys, it's Nicole here at Breaking Out in Brazil. And guys, I'm sorry about that little interruption in the other video. What happened is my battery went dead, and by the time I charged it back, guys, it was late at night and I didn't have time to finish the rest of the video, and then I just got busy. And now it's like a week and a half later. But anyway, I'm kind of glad, because there was a couple of things I forgot to tell you guys. What I wanted to point out, guys, about the kitchen here is that most Brazilian people do not have wood cabinets in their kitchen. A lot of people don't have cabinets at all. What they'll have is like a hutch that they put their dishes in. And then the people that do have cabinets, they use a material called MDF. What it reminds me of is if you've ever been to the doctor's office, the way the cabinets are there. So it's not real wood. I guess it's like particle board, but a little bit stronger material than that. And they'll have like aluminum handles. And to be honest with you, I really don't think that it looks bad, but it's not as good of quality as real wood. It's not gonna last as long. And we did have a couple people that came out and did some estimates for us for the MDF, but then we had also talked to a carpenter, and it was gonna be about the same price. So we have decided to wait once our wood is properly dried and see if we can actually just get some custom made cabinets made out of real wood, because it'll be better quality. And then the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that even the people that have the MDF cabinets, Brazilian people do not put cabinets on the wall. Like, I have never seen it before. What they do is they actually tile their entire wall in the kitchen and in their bathrooms. Which is kind of nice because you can just wipe that down really easily, and you don't have to worry about, you know, the paint peeling and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it does give it a little bit of an antiseptic feel. Hold on, mommy's making a video, okay? I'll talk to you in a minute. So it kind of gives it like a hospital feel. So that's the one thing I don't like about it. And then also, you know, you can't change it. Tile is a lot more expensive versus being able to paint. So regardless of whether we end up doing wood cabinets or end up doing MDF, we will have cabinets on the wall, and we'll just do like a backsplash. So our kitchen will definitely be a little more American style. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys, if you'll look right down there, you'll see that that base right there is made out of tile, versus in the United States, people do wood baseboard. So here in Brazil, I have never seen somebody have carpeting in their house. Pretty much everybody has either like painted cement, or they will have tile floors, and they might have a throw rug or something. In fact, I've never even seen a vacuum cleaner here. I'm not saying they don't have it, I just have never personally seen it. So the thing that's nice about the tile bases, guys, is if you want to, you can just take like a bucket of water and you can, you know, splash it on these floors and take a big old scrub brush and clean. Whereas in the United States with the wood base, that's a little bit harder because you've always got that concern about whether or not you might get water on the wood, which would not be a good idea because you could get mold and mildew. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is our door. So this is our front door right here, and it was custom made for us by a carpenter here, and then we had to get a glass company to put that piece of glass in. And one thing that's different, I have not seen these in the United States. I mean, maybe there are some, but I have never seen them. This door is actually on a pivot. So let me just show you how this works. Yeah, so the entire door, if you can see, is just on one little pin that goes right through it, and it pivots. Yeah, so let me just close that for a minute. And then the other thing that you'll notice, guys, is that we have all of the windows open around the house, and we usually leave that big old door open too. There is no central heat and air in the houses in Brazil. And most people do not have screens. I've seen one house here with screens, and that's it. Every other house, they just open the windows like this. Now, the bad part of that is sometimes you will have stuff come in your house that you don't want in your house. Like today, I already had a bird fly into my kitchen and fly right back out 2 times. Or even like the bugs could be an issue sometimes. But for the most part, I really enjoy it because it is kind of breezy here in Brazil. And so you've always got this nice breeze like circulating through the house, and you got the fresh air and everything. So we pretty much just leave them open. Because it's windy though, you do have to have these little tie backs that just bolts right into the concrete on the outside of the house. And you can just literally open it and close it from right there. But if you don't, before we had those, like it would get really windy, guys, and I mean it would just be like slamming these shutters, and we were worried they were going to get broke. So you really kind of got to have those. So another thing, guys, is you'll notice that this room is kind of narrow. This is our living room area, guys. There was a house that was already here and we just modified it. We gutted it. It was only a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it was definitely a Brazilian style house. And we wanted to make it a little more Americanized and a little bit larger. So, you know, we did that, but it was hard to deal with some of it. So you'll notice that this room is really narrow. And, you know, if we were just starting from scratch, we would have made a room a little bit wider. Because it has been challenging as far as figuring out furniture to put in here. And as you can see, we really don't have a lot of furniture yet because we still have so much work. Like you can see right here, Marcilio's been busting out walls, and because we had to move some switches and stuff. We still have a lot of electrical work to do. And guys, it makes such a huge mess. Construction dust gets on everything. We still have a lot of painting to do. So we were really trying to get everything done before we got furniture. But as with most construction projects, it's taken a lot longer than we expected. And so we finally did break down and we bought a sofa over Black Friday. It just hasn't been delivered yet. So pretty soon we will have a sofa, thank God. You don't know how grateful you would be for a sofa until you have not had one to sit on for a couple of years. So let me just show you guys now. This is kind of the layout. This is going to be a bedroom right here. Right now, we just have a lot of construction junk in here. Because the reason we wanted to make this a 3-bedroom, guys, is because I have an older son who's 26 years old. And so when he comes to visit, we want to make sure that he has got a room to sleep in, or for anybody else that visits for that matter, because definitely once things are set up, we would love to have visitors out here. And then this right here, guys, is the hall bathroom. So we have the granite and everything in here as well. And then this shower, actually, Marcilio installed and put in all the tile and built the shower and everything. And then one thing that I wanted to show you guys that's different about the shower setup here, like I was telling you guys earlier, they don't have hot and cold water, you know, throughout the house. So here, I know this looks kind of weird, but what this is this is an electric shower head, and it actually heats the water on demand right at the shower head. So you don't have a hot water heater in your house. And then this little thing right here, this cord, is like a water hose that you can turn on or off, which I think is really super cool. Because they don't do bathtubs in Brazil. I have never ever seen one in somebody's house. I have seen like a huge kind of hot tub looking thing at a construction store, but I've never seen anyone that actually has one. So everybody pretty much just has the tile showers, and then if you think about it, showers are really difficult if you have small children and you need to give them a bath. So the hose is really nice because you can just get in there with them and kind of wash them and hose them off. Or if you're wanting to get in there, ladies, and you don't want to wash your hair, you just want to wash your body, the hose really comes in handy. So this right here is a closet. And I just want to point out that that is very unusual in Brazil too. I have never been in a house here in Brazil that has closets in it. They don't do closets, they buy armoires. And in fact, we've even had, you know, Brazilian people that have come up here to visit that have never been out of this country that has been like, what is that? So they're not really familiar with the concept of closets at all. So that part is definitely more American style in this house. Then let me show you here. So this room right here is the boys' bedroom. And just to show you how the furniture is kind of different. You know, it's really hard to get real wood furniture here. So most of the headboards are upholstered like this with fabric or suede, or like this one is probably vinyl. Yeah, and we just have the ceramic wood look tile pretty much throughout, except in our kitchen and bathrooms. And as I was saying about the furniture, this is what most people use here to put their large big screen TVs. They call it a rack. We did buy this television set here in Brazil. It is a smart TV, so they do have that capability here. It's Wi-Fi. You can get on the internet with it and everything. So they do have all of that technology here in Brazil. And then this is the master bedroom. And you can see we don't even have a headboard yet. We still got all of our ceiling fans in boxes and stuff. And we are still living out of suitcases, as you can see. And then this is the master bath, and it's pretty much the same material, same setup, except the shower is much larger, but same material. And then we have a master closet, and like I said, this is very unusual for Brazil. They do not have closets in their house. But as you can see, guys, we still have a lot of work to do. And I'm sure it's looking pretty rough right now. We still got a lot of work to do, but I think it'll all be worth it whenever we get it done. And hopefully it'll be a place that we can come to and just enjoy and eventually retire to. And we'll keep you guys updated, and I'll show you the progress as it goes. I think we've made a lot of progress since that last video, but as you can see, we still got a long way to go. So pray for us, guys. Help us keep our energy up, and pray that, you know, materials and things that we need come. All right, guys. Well, God bless y'all. Take care. I'll keep you guys updated. Bye.